morning, hello, afternoon, evening.
Hello. Hello.
This morning we are going to talk about loving you and what that means to us and our understanding of it. Because as we know, everyone's got a different understanding of it, and that's beautiful, but you know, our understanding of it. So loving you is quite a lot of people say, oh, that's just cliche. And I used to think this way. I used to think, oh yeah, love you, women. Whatevs, when I was, asleep. But it took me years. I used to read articles and Google searches. It took me years to realise what it truly meant for me. And after I did the alignment course, I remember I had a moment when I'd said to somebody else, they went, well, what is it? How do you do it? And when I spoke the words, I thought, I didn't even properly know this. So how I explained it to another person was, they went, I don't know how to love myself. So I said, well, how do you love another? How do you love your child? Or how do you love your mum, your dad? You know, they go, well, it's quite easy. I just do X, Y, Z. And I said, well, that's how you just do that for you. And I remember the words when I said it, I thought, oh yeah. It's just as simple as that. How you make someone else feel special, and how you listen to them, and how you sit with them. You know, I said, if somebody was with you that was really upset, what would you do? Well, I would sit with them and I would give them my time. That's what that's what loving you is giving you your time. It's so much, so first of all, I was very confused with how to do this, but now I just see it as, what do I need right now? It's just being kind and gentle, and but it's basically what you do for another. That's how I see it. And my mind's gone blank.
Okay.
But I do know what happens is you start to naturally, life starts to work as well, I found. The more I took the time for me, actually, what do you need today? What is it? Actually, I just need to feel a bit fed up when it comes to the surrendering. Actually, I do need this. I can't fight it, because that's saying my emotions are not valid. So I would feel the fed up, but that's okay. I'm not going to stay here, because, again, if I stay here, that doesn't feel good. So I'm not going to stay here. So this is how I started to do it. Is just listening to my own needs. What do I want? What do I need today? Or if I mucked up and did something that didn't serve me, instead of usually saying, oh, why'd you do that? What's wrong with you? I'd be a bit more gentle and compassionate, how I would with another. I looked at myself and thought, well, actually, you are really compassionate to other people. You are. Years ago, you wasn't, because you didn't like who you were. So years ago, I would judge people, and then what we spoke about the other day, the mirror. I started to see, like in a mirror effect, how I treated myself. If I was judging someone else, I thought, well, you must be judging you. Or if I didn't like something in another person, I thought, well, what is it in you? What is it in you don't like? What is it in them that you want for you, but you don't believe you're not worthy of having it? And this really helped with getting to know me. And that's another big thing of loving you, is getting to know you, getting to know who you really are, what you really like, what's your passions. Because if you do that, it means that you care enough to want to do those passions. That some people say, well, I don't know what I'm passionate about. When you figure out that, I just think that's another step to liking who you are, because you're taking the time to see what you enjoy, and then you do more of that, which is I see again is loving you. What do you think, Lynn?
Hey,
What do you think?
what do I think? I think a lot of things. Right, yeah. Well, there was a couple of things that came up for me as you were talking.
Mm.
Um, and one of the things was the judgment. I think when we're in heavy judgment, that's whenever the low feeling comes in anyway. But if we're being the critic of somebody else, that mirror effect, yeah, it's normally something that there's something going on for you. If when, the classic is, I don't want to be sound sexist, but say, have you ever noticed that I'm a woman that if I see a really beautiful, attractive woman, I'm going, oh my God, she's so pretty, or she's
Yes.
really, and I'm very complimentary. I don't see myself lesser than like, oh, who does she think she is?
Yes.
With her long, beautiful, dark, curly hair, because mine's thin. I don't do that compare.
No.
I just see beauty, and I'm like, oh, she's beautiful. But normally when people go, she's, there's something that they're insecure about themselves.
Yes. Yes.
That's highlighting an insecurity. So, but I wanted to also highlight what you said about the alignment with Greg Baker. It was hilarious because I was on my workshop and I thought I must share it because he was just like, so what is the 3 parts of love? And I was just like, there's 3 parts. I was just like, I goes, yes, it's 3 parts. What's those 3 parts to you? And I was like, okay, loving others. And he was just like, yeah, okay. And I'm going, and I really struggled. This is when in the days of I didn't have a very high opinion of myself.
Yeah.
I was feeling quite worthless, useless. So it just makes me laugh now. How I have so much empathy. So I was going, loving others, and he's like, well, yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, others loving me, and I just palmed it off in an instant. So I was going, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. And then I was just like, and I had a piece of A4 paper. So, and I was just like making notes and stuff. And then he just went, yeah, there's one more part. There's one more part for of that. And I was sitting there and I was going, I don't know. And he went, Leanne, loving others loving you. No, yeah, loving others,
Yeah.
others loving you back, but loving yourself. And I just went, oh my God, because then it was really apparent of how much I didn't. And
Oh,
I
you
tried
thought
to
that
hide.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was. And I hid behind an A4 piece of paper.
Oh.
I was like going, oh my God, because I was cringing. Because it was just highlighting that in the moment of how little I loved myself. So then, so that was that. That was then. That was that 7 years ago, 6 years ago? Anyway, since then, but having that realization of that really did highlight something for me. So now the more work and the more awareness I have of myself, I really see is that I am love. We are all love.
Yes.
I walk in love every day. And that is the formless energy. We're formless and form, and that is that energy. That is that, we are love. It's the strongest energy of the world. Hate is learned, and love is just natural. It's just our natural birthright. We are that energy. We are love. So, treating others how you want to be treated. If you're treating others in an appalling manner, then there's no love. There's no love for yourself.
No.
So it's that simple. It really is that simple of how it is, and how I love myself. So it's not like I'm not going around going, oh, I love myself. I'm not talking like, ego state. I'm just like, I'll just do things. What does Leanne need today? And I'm like, actually, Leanne needs some really nice food, some really healthy food. Actually, Leanne's been drinking too much coffee. she needs to drink a lot of water today, you know, and it's just that simple. It's just doing stuff that's good for you. You know, being kind to yourself, being kind to others, all of it is all an act of love. So I don't see it as three I can never say this word. I'm not going to say it. That's why I'll have trouble saying it. So
Go
I'm
and
going
try
to
it.
use a different letter. Compartmentalize. I got
You got it. You done it.
Was that right?
Yeah.
So I just don't see it in 3 sections anymore.
Yes.
I think my awareness is really, and my consciousness is rising. So therefore I now just see it as, we are that love, we are that oneness, we are that love, you know, that is just how we show up. I am love. And so instead of it being 3 sections, loving others, others loving me, and loving myself, I just show up with a lot of love, and treat myself better and stuff. Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm getting a bit
No,
gabbly.
completely.
Gabble, gabble.
Gabble. No, completely. Yeah, and you know, you said it's that simple. Is that simple? We make it complicated.
Absolutely.
So when mine didn't happen, definitely didn't happen overnight. I didn't wake up one morning and say, right, that's it. You know, after I've done the alignment, and you know, obviously, you know, when I've done the alignment, when I see that bit of paper, I remember crying because I thought, I've never thought of it like this.
Oh.
You first, others second. And what that means is when you're full up, you can overflow and then be there for others. Because before, it wasn't, what I realised, it was never a natural thing I was being there for people. It was like a must. I should. So it's actually, I wasn't giving that person this, the time they actually deserved. I was actually doing it because I thought I had to. Or I'd be a bad friend, or I'd be a bad mum, or I'd be a, you name it, a bad person. I was brought up in a Catholic household, or I'd be a bad Catholic. And so it's never, you know, and I've noticed I'm still on there now. You know, I don't just go, but I like myself a lot more. And some days I really do love who I am. I think, wow, I wouldn't want to be anyone else. I just wouldn't want to be anyone else. But years ago, I'd be obsessing with people, you know, these pretty people. I'd feel the same. I'd look at them and think, oh, they're so beautiful. What would it be like to be them? You know, and that's what my mindset was in, wanting to be like, or a confident person walked into a room. And I think, oh, what would it be like to be them? And, you know, the abuse I was giving myself really, to say I was worthless. But you don't realise what you're doing to yourself. So it was very much, and that was the mirror, that was a quality I thought I wanted in me. You know, that, but yeah, so how I started to do it was really, it was all natural. Like the more up here I was conscious, the more I thought, oh, I just asked what I needed. Now it's because, you know, now it's very much, it's a must. If I'm low in energy, it's a must. You know, I need to take the time for me and to sit with myself, even if it's for 10 minutes. That's enough. You've got a busy day ahead, and you've got children. I get, you know, taking all like the whole day for you is not realistic. I get that, but it's and you know another thing that helped I started to, because when I was with my kids, I'd be thinking, oh, I've not got the time for me. Then when I was with Steve, I'd be thinking, oh, I'm not spending time with the kids. Or when I was doing stuff for me, I'd be thinking, I'm not doing stuff for the kids. Or when I was with my clients, I was thinking, oh, I'm not.
And how did that feel, Hayley?
I felt awful. So what I'll start, and I'm still working on this. When I'm with the kids, I'm with the kids. When I'm with Steve, I'm with Steve. When I'm with me, I'm with me. And actually, it makes it easier. It makes it so much easier for me to give myself that time and to fill myself up to overflow, which actually you're better company when you're full up. It's actually selfish not to people go, oh, but I've always been a selfless person. but then you're not really that to you. You know, you might be it to other people, but you're miserable. So how's that working?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yes, it's not working.
is it? It's not
Because you're
working.
miserable.
That's
But
right.
I love seeing, I remember one person said, no, I could never change. I love seeing people light up. Okay, that's great. You know, I'm all forgiving. I love giving. But that person's not going to be there tomorrow. So what are you going to do? Well, I'll be there for someone else. Okay. And that person, again, is not going to be there tomorrow. So you're going to live your life at, like, I don't know, an hour here and now to, you know, to feel good because you're doing something for other people. And it's like, oh, yeah, this doesn't work. It's not, you know.
No, it doesn't work. I think also it's when you come out of being present. And when you come out of being present and you disconnect with your true self, you feel it. You really feel it. Because when you're worrying about the length of time you're spending, or, oh no, I haven't spent enough time with my son, and and stuff like that, or I haven't seen my parents, or whatever the worry is.
Yeah.
It takes you out of the present. You go straight into the future. And that's where the anxiety is. Because you're having an illusion of thoughts that are going fast forward in, oh no, what I'm not doing. So then you come out of feeling grateful, you come out of feeling appreciative, and we all do it. But the more you catch yourself in that, then the better the ease is, the ease of life, the flow, that free fall I was talking about. You know, so
Yeah.
And it's the quicker you catch yourself doing that, then the quicker you can regulate and come back. And that's how I see it now. So I'm not so hard on myself with popping in and out. I'm in, got it, and then I'm out.
Yes, and I remember when I said to you, I said, "Oh, Leanne," I said, "I just can't be present." Every time I come back and go, "Oh, I've just realised I'm not present now." You said to me, "But that's the powerful moment. You're present again. When you realise you're not present, you're present again." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Hayley, you know that hammer on the front of the table right in front of you? Can you just pick it up and smack yourself in the head?
Yeah, that's loving me.
Yeah, I'm really loving myself right now, this invisible hammer, telling myself I'm not being in the present, bang, 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 bang. And we all do it. We all do it. But
Yeah,
that's not loving you. That's not
No.
loving, so, and that's okay. And forgiveness is a big part of it for me, is forgiving myself. Like, when you speak to friends, even clients and everything, and they're in heavy regret, or they feel like they've been really behaved really badly, and they wish they could turn back time, and you hear this kind of like story of what's happened, and but not seeing their own innocence, that was maybe meant to be happening right now for you to learn something and to grow. And sometimes you have to go through that grieving period, that beating yourself up, is what's needed to kind of learn that lesson. And then I've just totally lost my thread of thought. Forgiveness. Sorry.
Forgiveness.
So then and it's forgiving yourself. Loving yourself is forgiving yourself and seeing the innocence in you that happens, and kind of like showing up, apologizing for your part in it, and you don't like forgive somebody if they've been treating you terribly, but you forgive the deeds, you forgive them, you don't forgive the behavior, and stuff like that. But you do forgive yourself, instead of like having that heavy regret. I just see now that regret is lessons. They were lessons, experiences given to me that I needed to learn to be able to grow. And that's all part of loving yourself and the growth in that.
Yes. And when we talk about you first, other second, when we think about forgiveness, again, I'd be stuck in this thinking, oh, but what do I forgive them? Do I forgive them for this? Do I forgive them for that? And I was like, stop. Stop. Forgive you first. Just forgive you. Just concentrate on you first. Build you up. Get to know you first. Then, if they're still, they're normally still there to be, because of the person you are. But when I looked at it like that, I had more wisdom and more clarity to be able to see what was right. What the forgiveness, what felt right. You made it quite simple when you said you don't have to forgive their behaviour, but you can forgive them as a person because they're in pain. But I didn't figure that out first. I was feeling so confused. But when you feel confused, you're normally in fear, or you're thinking from someone else's mind rather than your own. That's how I see my confusion. When I feel confused, I sit there and think, hang on a minute, what is it that what's my morals? What do I feel is right to forgive this person? And when you do that, the confusion goes, because that confusion can keep you trapped. This is what I found. Confusion.
You're right. Yeah.
And it's normally I was in someone else's mindset. I was thinking how they thought, or what they needed. I wasn't thinking what I needed. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. No, it is. That's where the confusion is, isn't it? About being selfish to yourself, so that you're better for others. You've got more energy for others. You've got more to give, because you're loving yourself. You're loving yourself and being good to yourself, kind to yourself, and then you show up better so you can serve others. That's another good thing for me now. I'm like, does this serve me? Is this what I'm doing? Does it serve me? And this is relationships, this is anything. And, I just take loving yourself as well. You're not in your personal mind as much. I remember when, things like ex-partner saying some not very pleasant things to me. And in that moment, just standing there, not reacting, and just going, and just being really honest, and just going, my God, it's okay. I just know you're really suffering. To actually stand there and say those really unkind things, I know that's not me. That's coming from you. I know you're in deep suffering. And I'll tell you what, when I walked away, I was just like, I had compassion for him.
Oh, wow.
I actually had compassion for him, yeah. So the more awareness I had, and so I didn't forgive what the stuff he was saying.
Yeah.
But I saw that he was in deep suffering. So then I stepped into forgiveness a lot quicker.
For you.
Yeah.
The forgiveness is more for you. Because again, when I first started to do this forgiveness, I used to think, why do I have to be the one to forgive? Why is it me that needs to change? Or be, change in a sense of being you. So it's not really change, but this is how on my intellect, it was change. And again, I always listen to my words when I was trying to help someone else. So you learn from helping others what you're not doing for you. And I always remember, like, one client said to me, no, why should I do it? They're the ones that done the bad thing. And I said, well, how's that going for you, not forgiving them? Oh, I feel so much hatred. I feel so much anger. Is that nice? No, I hate it. So, and then they had it. Oh, I forgive them for me. Yes. It's their
Otherwise
job it's their job to forgive themselves for them. So you don't have to forgive people for them. Forgive them for you. So you release this horrible anger and this uptight shoulders, always up here all day, on edge. Hi.
But you're a prisoner in your own mind.
Yeah.
As Kim calls it psychological suicide.
Oh.
I love that. I absolutely love that, psychological suicide, because you're in a prisoner in your own mind.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that non-forgiving.
Yeah. Just had that moment when I remembered that. That's, it's just such empowering feeling. So loving you is not just, it's so many different things. But the bottom line is treating you how you would love people to treat you.
Yes.
It's not treat others how you want to be treated. that's how I always brought, that becomes natural. You haven't got to worry about that. When you love you,
Mm.
you actually can't be this person that's aggressive or unkind or abusive. You can't do it, because while you're abusing that person, you're abusing you. So just, how do I want other people to treat me? And that's another, it's
Sorry.
quite simple. How do I want someone else to treat me? That's how I want to treat myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you have that growing up?
Loving. Yeah.
People, you must treat people how you want to be treated.
Yes, absolutely. It was like ingrained in you, wasn't it?
Oh.
And then it just became noise and words. Yeah. Okay, I'm repeating that, but I'm not feeling anything. No. Yeah, there was a lot of So it's just loving you. Be kind to yourself.
Yes.
We are love.
We are. We're
We
born
are
love.
that. Yes.
You don't get baby coming out going, I'm going to kill everyone.
No. No. That's so pure. Oh, so pure, isn't it?
Babies are just, they ask for what they need. They do that. They don't feel, oh, I better not ask for what I need. They're like, give me food. Actually, I want cuddles. I'll cry into that's all I know. So they'll ask for cuddles. That babies know. You want to learn more about you. Spend some time with a baby. They know.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
I wonder why we all, why a lot of people have. I remember I wanted about 6 kids. Yeah, because you just they bring so much love. I'll soon work that out.
No, I always wanted quite a few children, and there was never a specific number, but then obviously I had lots of health problems, and I was told actually that it wouldn't be a good idea for me to have children. So then I did actually go into thinking I could adopt, I could foster, and all these other things. So then when I did find out I was pregnant, I kept it a secret until I was over the 12-week mark. And it was really weird. It's such because I never thought I was going to get pregnant. So
Wow.
I feel so blessed that I got to have my son. And my God, it's just like having another emotion.
Yes.
It really is just like having another emotion. I never knew love like it.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Seriously, keeping it a secret, and the doctors, not very happy with me. And I was just like, no, I'm having my baby. And yes, but I would have been like you, Hayley. I would have kept them coming. But my body, I thought, no, I'm going to be kind to my body.
That's it.
I was blessed to have one, and I wouldn't have pushed it.
Yes.
And that was also a part of that, loving me, loving him. Why would I want to risk my health so then I couldn't look after him properly, because then I'd be poorly? And it's all I just love. It's just the best thing ever.
When you're in love, when you're in that love.
Sorry.
Who's there? Who's there? You waving at?
No. Sorry. It's Father's Day today, isn't it?
Yes.
And
Happy Father's Day.
About keeping it. This is keeping it real.
Yes.
Kev's just waved and said ciao. He said goodbye because he's come to pick up Marley. Marley came in the door going bye, and I'm like, oh. And then Kev just said ciao through the open window, and I'm like, oh.
Just do it. This is hi. Yeah. Come and join us.
I should have done, shouldn't I? I should have turned it round. Say happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So that is part of loving you. All of it. It's just I just see myself now as I am that love. We temporarily forget, but we are that love. We walk in it every day, and I walk in love more and more. The more I learn, the more aware I become. I walk in that love every day.
And guess what? Life starts working.
It does, Hayley.
Life starts working, and you get the evidence quite quickly, I find. When you actually, people start to, I don't know, people just start to treat you differently.
Yeah.
People, and you have so much more fulfilling relationships, and you feel like happy and love, and that love feeling, you can't go wrong. If you're in love, you can't be
Mm.
jealous. If you're in love, you can't be angry. If you're in love, you can't be resentful. You can't. It's impossible. If you're in love, you know, like when you're in gratitude, you can't be ungrateful.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
But the sad thing is I had my heart closed for years. I had to
Mm.
shield up. But what I was doing
Mm.
was, um, I was not preventing. What's the word? I was,
Protecting.
well, yeah. When you look at it that way, I was protecting myself, but
Yeah.
I was stopping me from having the life that I always wanted. I was stopping it.
Oh.
So yeah, look, when you love you, life works.
Yeah. Well, you let a lot more love in when you
Yes,
love yourself. You let so much more love in, and yeah, and and life's good, isn't it, for you, Hayley?
it is.
And and
I never
yeah.
used to.
So.
I'd invite dramas in.
Mm. Oh, I
Look,
don't know what you're talking about. Oh.
do you remember that when I came to you that day? You went, yeah, you're in drama and rescue.
Did I say it? That
You literally done the triangle for me.
oh, the Cartman triangle.
Yes, she was like, Hayley, you're
Hmm.
going round in this triangle. And I
Step
was like,
out of the triangle, man.
have I had enough? No. I've eventually had enough. I eventually
Yes.
had enough. And
Stay out the. What's it? The arena. What's it? The thing the Cartman's triangle is victim, rescuer, and perpetrator.
yes.
And we can be all three. But then it's like stay out of be none of them and step out of the. And then I called it the drama arena. Step out of the drama arena. Just step out,
Yes.
and then you stay in your power.
Yeah,
I used to do
people,
it myself.
yeah.
Yeah, I was known as a bit of a drama queen back in the day. Didn't realise that's the innocence again. I wasn't loving myself at all.
No, because you felt you needed the drama. Same as me. I was, I needed
I was in
art.
pain. Yeah, I
But
was in pain.
do you think that might be another topic actually? That might be a whole topic actually, that drama triangle.
Oh, do you know what, darling? I
Yeah,
think it might be.
yeah, because that's a
Well
big
done.
thing in people's worlds, drama.
Yeah.
And I used to say, why do I keep on attracting drama?
Not because you're in it.
Yeah. I remember, why do these people keep on coming to me? And then, yeah, it's lovely
Yeah.
when you see it. Yeah. So that, you know
Yeah.
what, that'd be a good topic actually, that drama triangle. I love
That'd be a
that.
great topic. Yes. But for loving you today, loving me, loving you. There is nothing we can do. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a sing song on keeping it real. But yeah, no, yeah, lovely, 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 lovely. Loving
Love this
you,
subject.
Hayley.
Loving you.
Loving you all. And can we just appreciate the likes and
Oh,
the
yes.
subscribers that you've all
Yes.
been very kind in commenting and sending messages and stuff, which has been fantastic. And we need to sort out one of our lovely subscribers. I'm going to get onto that this week and invite
Yes.
one of you on to talk about what you've maybe learned or picked up in listening to these chats between me and Hayley.
Yeah,
it'd be really helpful for us as well, to be honest.
Yeah, so I was thinking if anyone watching these videos, and I'm so grateful for the feedback we've had. It's been lovely, and the likes and the shares. It's all love. If anyone we'd love this for someone to share their own experiences with anything we've spoken about or in general. Be a great. I love that. If people come on and to share their experiences.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Real people.
Yeah.
Real
Yes.
people.
So if you do, if you would like to do that, then let us know and leave a comment or contact us.
Yeah. Or have a think and then contact us and then leave a comment and like and subscribe and leave a comment.
And share. I don't know if we've mentioned that. like, subscribe, and share. Do you think we've mentioned that enough?
Yeah. Just share it.
Get it out there.
Right.
Right. Okay,
Leanne,
Hayley.
it was
Have
my
a
pleasure.
lovely rest of your day. Yeah, love you, darling.
Enjoy your day.
And you, sweetheart. See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.